What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the MarbleCast. We got a great episode for you today. We got Coach Brian Maisonave on the episode today, and we're going to talk about what got him started here at Marble Strength and what keeps him going and motivated to coach you guys in every session. So we hope you enjoy this episode. Let's check it out. All right, welcome back to another MarbleCast. We talk about everything related to strength, fitness, and health so that you can live a longer, stronger life. I'm Joe Marble, and today I'm joined by one of our coaches here at Marble Strength, Brian Maisonave. Brian, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good physically. Got a bunch of stuff going on in the house that's, a little concerning, but that's, nor here nor there.
What's going on in the house?
Hot
Now
water tank. Yeah, my hot water tank started leaking, so currently don't have hot water and can't do some stuff. But it's life. You go through with it.
I mean, do you think it has anything to do with the fires?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure Canada's at fault for this.
Canada's fault. There's fires in Jackson and Canada. It's ruining our water heaters.
I didn't even know about the ones in Jackson or Canada until yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, the one, if you just look outside, you could see the Jackson one.
Yeah, pretty true.
It's bleak out there. Anyways, back to regular scheduled program. Brian, you've been coaching here for three years now?
No, a little over two. 2.5.
2.5 years. But you've been a member here almost since we opened.
Yeah,
right?
You opened up in March in 2016, and I walked in the door September 2016.
Yeah. Walk us through what made you walk in the door that day and how that first workout went.
I think we both know how that first workout went.
Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah. So I want to say I started going to the gym and working out when I was maybe end of 17, starting of 18. And I would just go with my friends and we would just talk about and work on more bodybuilding style of lifting where you'd go into the gym, you'd work chest and tris, back and bis, shoulders, arms, legs, stuff like that. And then I actually had a class in college, which was that September of 2016, where the professor wanted us to do something for that semester that would improve whatever we wanted to. And for me, it was getting in better shape, learning more about working out, stuff like that. And I think a little bit before that, my best friend used to do CrossFit in Toms River because the internship he had was right by us. So I was like, he went and tried it out. I think at that time it was more of you're doing CrossFit. There was a lot more stigma to it. And then at that point I was like, let's give it a shot. And I looked up, CrossFit's near me. And the one in Howell came up, and then the one that, obviously I'm at now came up. And when I came in, I was talking to you, and they're like, all right, cool. Come in for the one-on-one. We'll, get you through it. And for me personally, anytime I'd ever worked out, I never needed to eat beforehand because it was just more compound lifts. You just do bench press, you just do that. There's no hit style. You're constantly moving. You're getting the heart rate up. It's just, you lift, you rest for a couple minutes, you lift again. So when I came in for the first session with you, you're like, all right, we're going to do something that it was very basic too.
I think we were just doing the day one intro. I think it was just back squat, press, and deadlift.
Very basic. But I think there was just constantly moving through it without having that rest. It was something I'd never done. I've played sports my entire life, but you throw all of that together. I played baseball, it's more sprinting. I played volleyball, it's more jumping. You're not constantly moving. And I'll play soccer and football with friends where you're running, but adding the component of having a lift in there as well, which is something I wasn't used to. So, go through the first workout and halfway through, I'm ready to pass out because I don't have anything in my system to the point where I needed a piece of candy in order to get the blood sugar up. So I didn't pass out.
I think I ended up going in the fridge. We had a box of chocolates and I gave you a couple of pieces of chocolate. That was it.
And it's funny that actually came full circle because when I was doing an intro for someone, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago, the same thing happened to them. And I was like, I've been there. I know what you're going through. Trust me, it gets better. Next time you come in, eat at least an hour beforehand, just so we have something in the body.
Who was that with? Do you remember?
Brett.
Yes, Brett. Oh, we got to have him on here one day. Yeah.
He's doing great, though. I mean, he seems like he's getting more and more consistent, and he just generally likes to show up, too, which is cool.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good. So we got through that first workout, I think. We got through that first workout. You started coming to classes more regularly. What's your first bright spot here at the gym, if you remember, even though it was 7 years ago?
Lifting wise, I honestly I don't remember. I mean, I know it's like I had never done clean and jerks or snatches or any of that stuff before coming, so anything I hit there was big for me. I think at the time a 195 clean or 195 clean and jerk might have been was like big for me. Hitting a ring muscle up, I think, was probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I know if you scroll on the Marble Strength Instagram way back, you'll see it. But the best and worst part about that day was when I hit it, no one was recording. So then I think you were like, all right, you got to do it again. And I was like, what? So then I was like, all right, here we go. And then I got it again. So technically the first muscle up on camera was the second one.
Yeah. I think that happened to Jeff too, right?
Probably. But I know, I think he said he had ring muscle ups like in the past. He just hadn't done it in a while. Like the time that I did it, that was the first time I ever really got on rings. And I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens here. If nobody's paying attention, or it's just like, you've been messing up pretty good. I don't think we need to record this one.
And that's what happens. Yeah.
You sneak up there. Always. It's like, shit. All right, do it again. We got to get the camera. It doesn't count. Can't ring the bell yet.
No, but I also feel like just like a good spotlight was, especially like going into these gyms, you don't really know what to expect if you've never gone to one. And the community is honestly the best part of it, on top of like, the workouts and all that stuff too. But when you walk in there, it's not like, for me, like I go to retro. So like if I go to retro, like I go in there, I'm doing my own thing. I don't talk to anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. Like I'm there for me. When I come to Marble, I'm in there. I'm talking to people. We're, the friendly competitiveness of like trying to, do the workouts, but have fun with it. It's a better community that you're not going to get at just some Joe Schmo gym,
Yeah, we're trying to build relationships with everybody. We want everybody to be part of the community, and it helps everybody grow for sure.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. That's one of the reasons why I think I've not only started and stayed, but continue to stay coaching wise too. It's not only do I like working here and like the workouts, but I really like the people that come too. It makes it doesn't feel like work. It's really what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely more enjoyable when you have good relationships with the crew, and I feel like we have a good relationship. It's not like you're coming to work, but it's like you're enjoying that part of it because you get to work with people, you get to develop a skill, you get to develop their skills, you get to learn your own craft and coaching, and then it helps everybody sort of grow. So that's one of our core values is growth. So it's all works together, man. And you're doing a really good job. I appreciate it. Let's flash forward to you coaching here 2.5 years ago. I think I put the memo out on Instagram.
Yep.
And you came in, you're like, hey, I want to do that. That sounds cool. What made you want to come in here and take me up on that offer?
Definitely a couple things for that. So one, I've always been someone that has been able to take charge to help others, whether it's personal, professional, stuff like that. And working out has been something that I've been doing for so long that it just kind of seemed like it went hand in hand. And already having experience at the gym, knowing the community and what's going on there, it just seemed like something that would fit well. Not only do I want to see other people achieve their goals in the fitness community, but I also have goals for myself. And I think working here and coming here is something that keeps me accountable for it. Because when I come in and coach, I like to come in beforehand, before the classes, because I want to do the workout myself. To me, I'm big on practice what I preach. I'm not going to come in there and say, hey, you go do this, you do that, because it'll be good for you, and then not do it for myself and look like a hypocrite. So if I'm able to come in and do the workouts that day to see and know what they're going to be going through when they do the workout, I think it helps a little bit too, because then if I can understand what they're going through, like in the workout, like, hey, I know you're going to fatigue maybe at this point. Like if it's halfway through the workout, like we got to somehow get it back together, get it going, and elevate them, motivate them to get to that point. So I think coming to the gym to work there was just it's a good fit for me personally. I just that's really where I'm at. I mean, I've been coming here, working here for 2.5 years, and not once have I been like, oh, I got to go to the gym to work to deal with people. It's always like, all right, cool, I got to go to work.
Awesome. Now I love that you come in and do the workout beforehand, because that's true. Feeling the stimulus of whatever was programmed that day, and then turning around and being like, all right, cool, I just did this, so I know exactly what you're thinking or what's going on, and then it can help you get in tune with everybody's fatigue level and all that. So that's really important. That's true.
I think
I
what
guess.
also helps too, sorry to cut you off, but
No, go
so
ahead.
like there's certain people that if I do the workout and like I write my score on the board too, when they see it, they're like, "Hey, I want to beat them." Because like I know for me, like recently, Bobby and I have always been going head to head, just having fun with it. Where like he'll come in and like if I don't write my time or whatever I did on the board, he'll do the workout and I'll be like, "Bobby, I beat you by like 2 seconds," or I'll show him and be like, "Hey, you got me by one." Like there was one workout the other day. I don't remember who it was. They lost me by 1 meter on the rower. And I was just like, you just needed one more pull. But it's just like the fun interactive to try to get them to go a little bit more. And I think if they see like, the coach does something, they want to push a little bit harder, which is cool.
Yeah, for sure. And that little rivalry, not real rivalry, but that competitive spirit it's always good to do that, especially in the group sessions. And then we have a few people that are like on the same page or in similar in fitness levels. So that it's cool. I don't do the workouts as often as you guys. You guys work out a lot harder than I do. I'm too busy doing all the other stuff and working out the weightlifting calendar at this point. But I'll step in every once in a while. And I want to see if anybody can beat me. It's hard running this place. But I wish I had like another one of me to just like go work out over there and then go work out in the other side, both, so I could mess around a little bit more. But I like that you're getting into it. Take my spot, Brian. It's all yours.
Yeah. you got a lot of things. You also do like the programming too. Joe doesn't do programming, does he?
No, it's all me.
Yeah, I figured.
I did hand it off for a little while, but it got a little chaotic the way it went for just Marble Fit. And I was like, I'm gonna go a different direction. This isn't working. So I took it back. But I think the program's evolving in a good way. What would you say is like how have you seen the gym evolve from when you started to today?
In
terms of programming or the way we're structuring things a little bit more, like how have you seen you've seen basically the growth of the gym. So when we started, how did you feel? And now that you're a part of it and you're sort of helping grow it a little bit more, how do you feel, I guess?
I would say like the changes.
Because like when you started, we were a CrossFit gym, and now we're not we're not a CrossFit gym. We're not affiliated anyway. We don't technically promote CrossFit in any direction. We're more of a strength-based gym. So gearing away from some of that stuff in the programming, for sure.
Yeah,
and then just like the way we're structuring things.
The programming since we disaffiliated, I mean, I'm sure we were in cycles too before that, but like I don't think we ever discussed like, hey, we're going to be doing like a strength training cycle, or we're going to be doing a kettlebell cycle. Like it was just programmed like, okay, so and so we're just going to be doing clean jerks, we're going to be doing snatches, we're going to be doing push jerks. Like that's how it was. Now I think moving forward, we know what it's going to be looking like for X amount of times. Like this is going to be the cycle that we're going to be doing, and then we'll try for a heavy lift at the end. If we're going for that, we're trying to work on more skill with whatever is the lift that we're going for. Which again, people like, people don't like, but I think people are liking the program a little bit better because you know what's coming, you know what we're doing, you can get a feel for it. And I mean, for me personally, like I don't like running, rowing, biking, cardio. That's just not me. But because I think we're programming that more, it's something I'm getting better at, which is exactly what we need. What you don't like is what you need to get better at. And I think that is something that moving forward is going to benefit everyone.
Yeah, for sure. And then when you do those things, like I think the other day was just running and rowing, that workout was really hard.
Oh, that workout sucked.
It was really hard. Like it was an 18-minute time cap, 800-meter run into a 1,000-meter row, 2 rounds. And like you have to book it. Like that's a tough workout. So
yeah, you really can't stop.
What I like about that workout is that it's not just a conditioning-based workout. And if you think about it, it's a strength power output workout because you have to move at a certain speed in order to finish the workout in a certain time, right? So the people who really just want to focus on strength, that's a really important workout to build strength because now you have to book it. So it's not like a 20-minute AMRAP where you can just be like, all right, I'll just coast, whatever I get. No, it's like if you want to finish or at least finish to whatever degree, you have to move at a certain capacity and at a certain pace. So it's really important to keep all the form and stuff like that. And I think programming wise, earlier on when we had first opened, I was a little bit more chaotic with it, a little bit more messy. And I'm starting to tighten up a lot more of the programming. for the group sessions and for weightlifting, especially too, where I don't want to just focus on random things throughout the week. I want to focus on hitting certain things for a certain amount of period. And if we develop skills with certain movements, that's important. And if we can get something a little bit more structured. So like beforehand, I think when you first joined, there weren't as many options on the board or as many notes. And now
definitely not.
I'm starting to put in a lot of different modifications or levels of different programming for the individual. One, because I want to make it easier for you guys as coaches to be able to work with each individual. And two, because I think it helps the individual athlete know that they don't have to hit that prescribed workout. That's the only workout you're going to do. And if you have to scale it, you're a little, whatever. So I think it's helpful in every way. I think that's my evolution of programming, at least as far as I'm going now.
I mean, I think it's great so that even like when people come in and see like the TV and like the coaches' notes are there as well, so they can see that, there's different levels and stuff too. But I tell people all the time that if you come to our gym, no matter what level of experience you have, there's ways to modify things. Like, don't come in and think like, oh, because I can't do a ring muscle up, like I can't do the workout. Like, no, there's ways we can work on transitions and stuff like in the workout as well that you're going to be able to do it. You're still going to get a great workout in. Like, I promise you that. It doesn't matter if you've never stepped foot into a gym or if you're a games athlete, which we haven't had that, but you never know.
That's not even like the person I'm after at all, like games athletes. Like those guys, that's not what our culture is here. Our culture is more like general fitness, people that want to lose weight, want to get in better shape, build strength. Like we're a strength gym. So we're going to teach you how to move a barbell. And like the people that are coming in and just want to do the old school crazy CrossFit stuff, like I'm not interested at all. Like I think they would make our culture here a lot worse. And that's,
I'd agree actually.
Yeah, like we have a good thing. We don't have any cliques here. We don't have any like drama. We're pretty much a drama-free gym.
No, and that's what I said like before. Like we have like the friendly competition where like again, if you are with someone that's in the class with you that's around the same fitness level, like you're trying to beat them, but in a friendly way. Like say if we were going against each other and like I beat you, it's just like I got you by whatever. Or if you beat me, it's like hey, I beat you on this one. But it's no one's gonna be like hey, screw you, man. Like I'm better than you. Like that's not what we've ever been about.
No, it's never been like that here, and I'm really happy that over the 7 years we haven't had too much drama here. There's been a little bit, but it hasn't been too bad. And I think that stems from me and stems from you guys, and we're all we work together on a lot of stuff. I'd like to keep you guys in the loop on everything as far as the coaches go and where my mind's at, because I feel like if I didn't, then that's where the chaos would happen. So I try to keep in touch with everybody as often as I can.
Yeah, and I even told you this. I think the last like in-person meeting we had, at least the things that you do at the gym to me make sense. And if they don't make sense to me, I can always say like, "Hey Joe, like what's going on?" And you have no problem explaining it. I've been in several jobs where I have no idea what's going on, and everything they do is like the opposite of what you should be doing. And it's just I'm like, all right, what are we doing here? But I've never had that at the gym because, especially with the in-depth on the notes too, for not just us, but so people could see it too. It just makes everything easier.
Yeah. And with that, I'm trying to put out more YouTube content as far as how to read the program, how to understand what the classes are for our athletes. And I don't know. I try to come up with a few things every week. So I have some things pumped out, but this is our podcast to talk about Brian and introduce you to the gym for anybody who doesn't know who you are. So let's talk more about you. What were some of we've hosted like little in-house competitions. What were some of those that you've participated in the past, and what are you looking forward to this year?
I think the first year I was there, Holiday Wars, right?
We did the first Holiday Wars. I think that December.
Yeah, I remember doing that. That was a lot of fun. I know at the time I hit a PR for a deadlift. That I don't remember exactly what the lifts we had that day were, but that I do remember because. And I think you remember her name. I don't, unfortunately, because it was a long time ago. But I was paired with her.
Rosie.
No, it wasn't Rosie. I remember Rosie.
Wasn't Rosie?
No.
I can look it up. I have the notes.
Yeah, you told me the name before too, and I just don't remember. She was really nice and sweet too, but I think she moved out of state.
It wasn't Issa.
No.
That was with Justin. No, Rosie was with somebody else. Who was it with?
But I remember she just kept like, I'd hit it and she'd just throw weight on. I was like, don't tell me what the weight is. I'm just going to lift. And then she kept doing it, and then like time was up. I was like, cool, let's count it. And for me, I was like, oh, that's a big PR. Like, I don't think I've ever like maybe like a 40, 50 pound PR. And I was like, awesome. Like that was a lot of fun. And then not
Liz.
Liz.
Yeah.
Yes.
300-pound deadlift is what you hit.
No, it was more than that.
That's what I got you down as.
That's wrong.
It was 300. That's what I got down.
I can guarantee you it was not.
I got the top deadlift that day was the guy James hit 430.
Yeah,
John
no,
Caruso
that didn't.
350. You hit 300. I think a later competition you hit more.
I could have sworn it was that one because I remember hitting 365, and I was like, oh, that's a big day.
Let's see here. I'll go through my old notes here.
Well, I know we had a competition. I don't know if it was when we were still a CrossFit gym for the Open, where we had like shirts made and like the coaches were the team captains.
Yeah.
That one was a lot of fun too.
That one I have to look up too. But yeah,
that might have been last year, like 2022. I think it was.
Let's see. 2022 Open, the serial killers, compliance optional, hardcore nappers.
Yep, that was it.
So you were the
nappers. Yeah, we won.
Yeah, that was fun. So leaderboard here.
I think a lot of people really got into that too, because I remember messaging people on my team that like, hey, you gotta get in this week just to do something. I don't care. Like, we just need the points. As long as you do the workout, you don't need to be top 3. Just do the workout. We'll get points. And then was that the one that ended off with the Nerf guns?
Yes.
That? Yeah.
Yeah. It ended with the Nerf guns.
Yeah.
The 10,000 meters on the rower with a 5 sniper shots or whatever we were doing.
Yeah.
That
was a fun. Yeah, it's a good way to get like involved in working out, but also, having fun with it too. And
so we didn't do that this year because I had the powerlifting thing going on.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that was going on.
It would have been too much to do like powerlifting, CrossFit Open, and get teams together. So I'd love to bring back Holiday Wars this year. I think if you're down, I'd love for you to like help me out with it and create videos and content for it and sort of run it, because I'm not going to be around that whole like second half of December because of the American Open finals in North Carolina. Then it's the holidays. So we have to get things done. I want to make it like 3 weeks of fitness workouts and weightlifting complexes. And I want to try and get the entire gym involved. So like if you're fitness, you'll do the fitness stuff and you'll be paired with a weightlifter for like the complex stuff. And then however everybody ranks is how many points everybody gets. But I want to have like different levels of scaling so that anybody who's doing it at the top level, you get top 3 finishers or top 5 finishers can get points, and then scale top 3. And then everybody else will just earn 1 point just for participating. And we'll create teams of like, I don't know, 10. And then we can get like a little cool banner for the winner at the end of the year.
Yeah, no, definitely be down. Because honestly, I think a lot of people wanted to do Holiday Wars again this past year, but just, with everything going on, it was kind of hard to get it going.
Yeah, we ran another weightlifting competition at the beginning of December. Then I was away for American Open finals in Atlanta, and it was just too much. Like I couldn't do it all by myself. And I get kind of creative with those videos. I don't want to get that creative with it, but we could definitely have a little fun with it. So I think we should definitely figure that out because it'll be cool. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got plenty of time for that, but we can definitely figure it out. Again, it's something that people loved. Yeah, for me too, it's fun to do.
Yeah, and the more that we have like the coaches take a team and like you pick your team name, I'm gonna pick the teams because I don't want like any team to be super stacked because that won't be fair. But I want everybody to participate, and at the end of it, we'll just have like whoever wins gets a banner. I don't want to call it Holiday Wars though. What the hell is this? Somebody's calling me from assisted living. I'm not that old. So I don't want to have what was it saying? I don't want to call it Holiday Wars. I want to call it like Marble Mayhem or something like that.
Yeah, that works. I don't think title is really what people are going to be focusing on. Just that fact that there's like another in-house competition that'll be fun like that, they'll enjoy.
Yeah, that's the end of the year, and we'll super total at the end of it for like the finale, and then have like a little holiday party. That's the plan, I think.
Oh yeah, because we had the holiday party in November last year because everything was crazy.
Yeah, just crazy. Too much going on. I like the whole the weightlifting calendar is like jam packed, and it throws me off with everything else for the other side. That's why like I need help doing that stuff. Like I can't do everything, and it stresses me out.
Yeah, no, I'm totally down to help with if we're calling it Marble Mayhem for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a cool name. I don't know something. Listen, I'm open to suggestions for sure.
We got time to figure it out. No
Yeah,
rush.
you know what? I say that all the time, but like I don't have that much time because by the time I have to sit down and actually do it, it's November, and I'm like,
I'm well aware. It's already, almost middle of June. Feels like I would tell people all the time that I don't think February happened this year. I really don't. Like time is going so fast. The days are long, but the weeks are fast. Like I don't get it.
Everything's moving super lightning speed. And I want to do another powerlifting competition in September. The same way we just did it, because I thought that was really cool. So that's why we're prepping more like powerlifting stuff now. Just building that volume going into September. But I kind of like the conditioning workouts that I've been doing too. They're pretty neat.
I mean, for me personally, I'm a little bit biased just because I told you, I think I signed up for an obstacle course like 5K, and I kind of need to work on that anyway. So it kind of helps me to get to that position.
When is the 5K?
July 15th.
July 15th. What is it, Tough Mudder?
It's called Rugged Maniac.
Rugged Maniac? Is anybody else from the gym doing it?
I have no idea. So for me personally, I'm signing up. If certain obstacle course races, if you volunteer first, but you run the race for free. And two of my friends are running it and they paid for it. So I was like, all right, whatever. And like they're running in the morning, but I'm volunteering that day and then running the race after. And then that day it happened to be my birthday this year. So I do a charity thing every year for my birthday. So after that, I'm coming home sleeping, and I'm gonna be up for 24 hours trying to raise money. So
what's the charity and what are you up for 24 hours doing?
I do it for St. Jude, and I've done it on Twitch for the past 2 years where I just stream like playing games, doing stuff like that, just to have fun, try to interact with people. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of Jackbox games too, but there's stuff that the only thing you need is a screen to watch and a phone to play. You can play literally anywhere. So just play with whoever, just do stupid stuff. How you did the Hot Wings things at the gym, I did the past 2 years as well. Like if I raise a certain amount of money, I'll eat a hot wing, and horrible, terrible. Don't recommend eating the wings.
Which sauce?
The hottest one I went up to, I don't remember which one it was specifically. I had to throw the sauces out because I accidentally left them out, and I was like, I'm not going to eat this. I'll probably throw up. But it was, I think, is the bomb like 100,000 on the Scoville scale?
So the bomb was, I think, 136,000.
The one that I had that was the hottest, I think, was like 520,000.
So the bomb is the worst one.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt.
But the other ones are hotter on the scale, but they're not bad in comparison, because that one is just so fucking horrible.
No, I tell people all the time, the bomb, if you could capture the taste of death, it's that.
Yeah, it just tasted. It's like it wasn't even that it was the hotness; it was just gross.
No, it tasted disgusting.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it's hot too. Don't get me wrong, but it really is not what you want.
We did that hot wings trivia night. I ended up eating like 4 of them that night because people just didn't want them. Yeah,
that's disgusting.
The day after we had Logan, like he was born the day after, and I'm in the hospital just like walking around trying to find a bathroom the entire time. It was gross.
Yeah. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Oh, it's just it's not what you want. But I try to do stupid stuff too that will help. Like at this point, it'll be almost 2 years ago. The first time I did the charity thing, I said if I raised a certain amount of money, like one, I would cut my hair because my hair was probably down to my chest at that point. Yeah, but then I'd also go full blonde, and I didn't think it was going to be hit, and it was. So then a month later, after I got an appointment, I looked stupid with short full blonde hair because I have very dark hair, and I was like, all right, well, it's for charity. I don't really care. So I might do something again this year, and I might just buzz my head if I raise a certain amount of money.
Post in the group, man, and see we can get going for you.
Yeah,
make sure you share the link
so we can.
Yeah, anything you have going on, just let me know and we can promote it. Cool. Also, I think we should try to get a little team for the Rugged Maniac. We'll post that link. We'll post that link down below so everybody can sign up. But that'd be cool if people wanted to do the Rugged Maniac on the 15th.
Yeah, it's
where is it?
Englishtown. It's not far at all.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
we super close.
We should promote. You should post that in the group, man. So like, hey, I'm running the 15th. It's my birthday. Anybody want to join me? I'm volunteering that day, and then later on, doing the charity thing.
So before I post that, I will look at the website too, because if you sign up without volunteering, you have to sign up for like a specific heat. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for like a 5K, you have to sign up for like a 5K. So if you sign up for for me, once I'm done volunteering, which I think I'm from like 7 to 12, I can run any heat after that. And I think they go every 15 minutes. So as long as there's enough time, and you actually might be able to sign up as a group too.
Yeah, let's see. Well, see if there's any interest for it. That might be cool for some people. I know Mike Vollmer is super into that stuff, even though his foot's all banged up.
He doesn't listen to the doctor. Let's be real.
Yeah, he'll probably still do it.
100%.
Yeah, so like that'd be cool if we had a little team that was interested in that. I mean, we did it a few years ago. We did Tough Mudder together, and I swear I'd never do another one.
Well, Tough Mudders are longer though, aren't they? Like 5 to 10 miles or something like that.
Nah, it was a 5K. It was like the easiest Tough Mudder ever, but there was like 30 of us, and it took 3.5 hours for me because I kept waiting for everybody. I didn't want to just run ahead of the crowd, and I had no idea what I was getting into with the Tough Mudder, and as like I started off with like a t-shirt and sweatpants, and ended up in my underwear by the end of it because like I was in the water, out of the water. I was freezing cold. I'm like, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. That's it.
What time of the year did you do it?
It was after Logan was born. It was probably like early summer.
And it was cold?
No, but you're in freezing cold water, and then you're in the shade.
Oh, I guess.
Like it gets windy. I don't remember exactly. It might have been like late summer, or I honestly I don't remember. I'd have to look back at the pictures, but we had a great time. Like I'm not gonna lie, it was fun to do that thing as a group, but I'd never want to do it again.
I would say the Rugged Maniac's probably better in terms of not being just. I mean, you're going to be covered in mud, but not like destroyed. And I think the last time I did it, the only time there was like cold water was one of the like obstacles was you have to like dunk yourself in like ice water, but you run out and it was middle of summer.
Yeah.
It's hot by that time. You're already running. Like you're good.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible once I got my shirt and stuff off, but
see, there's the thing. You can't start with a shirt on.
We duct tape our shoes to our legs.
That's probably a good because I know there's one obstacle for Rugged Maniac that's called like the shoe eater because it's just if your shoes are not on tight, you will lose them. Yeah,
a lot of people ended up losing their shoes, and we were smart. We all duct taped our shoes to our feet and our legs so that we didn't lose them. But then I ended up throwing them out anyway because what the fuck am I going to keep these dirty ass shoes?
You got to use an old pair of shoes for that. You can't if you're buying shoes and using them for that, you're wasting money.
Well, some people went to like Walmart and just got like a $20 pair of shoes for the event, and then just threw them out.
Oh yeah, no, I have plenty of shoes that I still have a pair of shoes that I bought when I was in 8th grade that I still wear. So I have plenty of old shoes that I could.
Your feet are the same size from 8th grade. Good for you.
Yeah, same size.
I guess. Yeah, that's funny.
I guess they were the first things to grow. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Definitely post that in a group. Let's see if we can get a little crew going together for the Rugged Maniac, and that'd be cool. It'd be like a little birthday crew.
Yeah.
But my favorite part of the Tough Mudder was the Heinekens that they threw at you at the end of it, and 2, the electric things that they make you run through at the end.
Oh, do they like tase you like that stuff?
Yeah. That was hilarious. Because you walk into it and it just like zaps you immediately down. Hilarious. Hilarious. I went with me and Corey were going through it, drinking a beer the whole time while getting like zapped by the little electric tasers. It's funny.
I think a lot of those races they give you some kind of beer afterwards. They give you a shirt, they give you a medal, and then I don't know if they still do this, but what's cool about Rugged Maniac is last time I volunteered and ran the race, they gave me like a $20 voucher to use in like their store, so I got a free hat and mug, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I guess
it's definitely cool, and they give you like it's a fun thing to do for sure. I can't see myself training to do that because I do like I'm only singular focused. I can weight lift. That's about as much as I can do.
Oh, honestly, the only reason I consider doing these races is because of the obstacles. If it was just a 5K of running, you will never see me do that.
I don't know. Those aren't bad either. Like, because it's, it's fun to compete. It's fun to just do something different. Like weightlifting gets boring training for it. Powerlifting gets kind of boring training for it. Like doing general fitness with no goal gets boring. So you have to add a little bit of goal. You add a little bit of something, a little sauce to it,
Gotta have some spice.
The 5K, I think, that we did, what is that, 3 weeks ago before Memorial Day? Everybody did great. It was a fun little event for everybody to do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, even if you like hate running, there's still something to do. It's just me personally. Like I don't think I can get into the mindset of just run. Like there's got to be something for it. Like even when I played sports, like if I'm chasing after a ball or something, I'll play for like 3-4 hours. But you tell me, hey, just go for a run. I'm like,
It's true. Yeah, I fully understand that. It's just different like mindset of like you have to stay focused for 25 to 30 minutes doing one thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes that really is like character building that you did that. Like it's hard. It's not easy, especially if you don't do it all the time. Like the one that I did 4 years ago, that was the same Run for Freedom 5K. I did it with a vest on, and it was a 28-minute run for me with the vest. So like and I didn't train for it. I didn't run. We did the runs here that we do, like for quarter mile, half mile, whatever. But then you go there and you just do it. You get it done, and you hurt for a little while after, but it's fun. And it was good. It's good to do it when other people are into it too. It's like you're not doing it by yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't anticipate this 5K taking more than an hour.
Yeah.
The fact that you had the 3-hour one, that's probably a little abnormal.
It was just because we were like, I would go, then wait for like 10 people to catch up, and then we'd jog over to the next thing. We'd wait around. And it's just like, I don't know. Maybe that was just the experience I had. That if I blazed through it, I would have had a better experience of it. But I think the waiting around kind of, I don't know, made it not as fun.
Yeah, I definitely get that.
Yeah. But you know what else I did not like at all? The warped wall. Hated that thing.
Oh, the Rugged Maniac has it.
Yeah, I busted my ass the first time trying to go up there. I was like, how do you... I tried to run up the wall, and I ended up running into the wall because I didn't understand how to go up.
How tall was the wall?
I don't know. I don't remember. However tall walls are.
That's funny.
So it took me 2 tries to get up to catch the person's hand to get up over that wall. And I was like, this sucks, man. I don't like this at all. My feet are slipping on this thing. Like, now I understand why American Ninja Warrior, it's like kind of weird. And I get the toughness of that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be something that'd be cool to try too. American Ninja Warrior, just to give it hell. But definitely the grip strength is very important for that.
Oh, yeah. You better be climbing all the time. Like, where would you even train for something like that? Around
There,
here?
I don't know if it's a specific like Ninja Warrior gym here, but I know there's like a bunch of rock climbing places that actually aren't that far.
Yeah, there's definitely rock climbing places. But as far as like Ninja Warrior stuff goes, like, you
No,
can't, like,
I don't
you
think
have to
that'd be close.
recreate the obstacle in your backyard if you have the space and time. If you want to, like,
I
train
get
for it.
in this area, I don't think there's anything for it, but I know there are like specific gyms that
Yeah.
are for it as well too. Which I mean, hey, you gotta go for it.
There used to be an American Ninja Warrior place like 5 minutes away, and it closed because not a lot of people want to do American Ninja Warrior training.
Where?
It's where Primitive was, where Primitive is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it used to be. I think they opened like right before COVID, and then they closed because COVID, and then I don't think they were getting a ton of business.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the hype around American Ninja Warrior kind of died over the years.
Well, it's very niche. Like,
Yeah.
that's very niche group there. That's tough. I mean, listen, I applaud anybody that's doing that business. I have a tough time with this one, so I don't know how anybody's doing a even weirder one.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, what are some more goals that you have after the Rugged Maniac and fundraiser and stuff like that?
So for me personally, I have never achieved visible abs, and that is the goal.
You gotta stop hanging out with Jeff, man.
Yeah, no, so I went on vacation close to a month ago, and before that, since like February, when I started to take like nutrition a little bit more seriously and like start working out a lot more, being more disciplined, I think I started that maybe around like 205, maybe a little bit heavier. And before I left for vacation, I was 187. When I weighed myself this morning, I was 190. So I'm getting down to, losing the weight, gaining the muscle that I need to. It's just staying consistent. It's really what it is. Because, I mean, eating is more than half the battle. I could come to the gym and work out for 5 hours a day, but, if I'm eating like crap when I leave, what's it all for?
Yeah, it's super important to have that nutrition dialed in, at least a little bit. Like, you don't have to be perfect, but you got to be at least 75, 80%.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, before I left for vacation, I would say I was very strict. Like, with what I was eating, it didn't vary. Like, hey, I know what I was having. I meal prepped. I made it for the day. I'd eat it, be good. And then I would do that for, I think I did it for about 4 weeks before I left. when I came back, I'm not as strict, which we'll probably fine tune a little bit more in like the weeks to come. But I'm focusing on the macros, making sure I get the protein that I need, because I feel like a lot of people lack in protein with how much they should be getting and how much they are getting. Like that's something I've been focusing on a lot, making sure to get those healthy greens, the good carbs, good fats, all the stuff that you need, which it's when you don't know about it and you're not willing to learn about it, it makes nutrition a lot harder. But once you actually open your mind, like, oh, hey, like I can figure out how to eat for me, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
A little time consuming meal prepping and whatnot, but in the long run, you're going to feel so much better.
I enjoy the prep work. I don't enjoy the cleaning. That's the problem.
Oh, that's definitely fair.
Yeah. Hate cleaning up. So a lot of times if I meal prep, or when I meal prep, I'll use one pan continuously. So like the rice cooker's got the rice. I'll cook all the vegetables, or I cook all the meat first and then the vegetables. This way it picks up some of the
flavors, the juices.
Yeah, flavor of that. And then I just put everything together. Like that. That's the simple. Then I only have one pan to clean and the entire kitchen, because I greased up the entire kitchen because of oil. But other than that, that's I try to limit the amount of utensils I use. And yeah, that's how I meal prep. It's just all protein, and then I fill in the rest with vegetables and rice.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now too. Actually, I just went and got food before too. I meant to go get some other types of meat besides chicken, because I'm getting a little bored of it. But it's you deal with it.
I did chicken. Ground turkey, and taco seasoning, and then I put like a little avocado sauce on it. It's really good.
Yeah, I meant to get ground beef too, just to turkey as well. But I just forgot.
Beef way better than turkey, but turkey's leaner, so it is what it is.
Yeah. In order to get what you need nutritionally, that's the goal.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the weight that I was always in college, no matter what I did, workout wise, eating wise, I'd always be between like 183 and 187. And I mean, again, that was also 7-8 years ago. And I'm just trying to not necessarily get back to that weight, but get back to that, like, how that was. Because I know now a lot of times when I eat, there's certain things where as soon as I put it into my body, within 10 minutes, I feel like garbage. Stomach exploded. I just feel lethargic, lazy. I don't want to do anything. And as great as it tastes when you eat whatever it is, it's not worth it in the long run. I don't want to have that feeling. Like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You could eat something that's tastes just as good in a different variety that's going to actually give you some benefits, which is what you need.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand how much you actually have to move around too. Like,
oh, absolutely.
For me, I don't sit still, so I'm burning and moving around constantly, and I don't do that much as far as training goes. Like, I'll lift. I think all I did today was front squat for like 12 minutes, up to a heavy 3 with no gear, and I was like, all right, cool. I gotta hop on a call with Brian, so I'm gonna just sit here for another 5 minutes or so, since we're almost wrapping up. But sit here for an hour with you, and then I'm gonna go back out there. I gotta train somebody else, and then after that, I'm probably gonna lift again just to move around, because I haven't done anything. But throughout the day, I'm constantly moving. And you said you haven't had visible abs. The most ripped up I ever was when I started doing CrossFit. Like, seriously, I would be working out 9 times a week, and I didn't eat cheese and I didn't drink, and I did that for like 6 months straight. That was the most ripped up I ever was. And then I went to Puerto Rico and got fucking hammered.
Yeah, as soon as vacation comes, it just throws everything's out the window.
But yeah, it's the drinking and cheese for me. Well, I don't drink that much, but I do eat a lot of cheese.
Oh, see, I guess I'm fortunate in that, because like I don't really drink that much either. For me, it's like special occasions. Like I never come home after a day of work and go, I really want a beer, or I really want something like that. And honestly, I think cheese is overrated. I think I'm one of those people that's just like, I can't just eat cheese. And even if it's like, this is like a cheeseburger or something like that, like I don't really want a heavy amount of cheese.
Well, yeah, I'm not like shoveling blocks of cheese in my face. I'm putting it on everything.
I guess. Hey, there's people that literally will just take a block of cheese and grate it into their mouth.
Yeah, my kids.
Yeah. No, that's not something I do. But I tell people all the time that like my other job, that like a lot of people that come in there, I would say, aren't in the best of shape, and they think that just getting stretched is gonna make, everything so much better. And they're like, oh, I see people in there that are, my age, early 30s that like, my bones are hurting. I'm feeling so weak and so old and stuff like that. And like, because you're not moving.
Yeah.
Once you stop moving is when your body starts to, break down. You keep moving, you're going to feel a lot better.
Yeah. I know it's hard to get that idea to people's mind. Like that you want, like, honestly, not everybody can do so much every day because the schedules are crazy. And they're just not ready for that kind of movement, right? You have to start slow and gradually pick it up. So any amount of exercise that anybody does, start slow and gradually increase over time. That's the only way to do it. And you just keep doing the same things over and over again. You keep doing them better and better. And that's the way it goes.
Yeah. A lot of people, when it comes to working out, if they're starting out, they might think they need to just go as hard as possible in the beginning. And you're going to burn out so fast. I tell people, I've said it at the gym, and I tell even like friends, family, anyone, you have to treat it like a marathon. If you come into this as a sprint, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
To come in and just be like, all right, I'm going to go for a heavy single every day. Like, you're going to burn out so fast that by the time week 2, week 3 comes around, your body's going to be just like saying, hey, like, we need to take a break. And it's just not going to work.
No, it doesn't work. I mean, I do heavy stuff every day, but that's because I've been doing heavy stuff every day for the past 10 years. So it's different.
Yeah. I mean, you build up to it though. I'm sure you didn't just walk into a gym and just be like, all right, here we go. Yep. All right.
I mean, I kind of did. No, I'm not joking. No, it's gradual pacing and stuff like that. You got to learn how to do stuff first too. You can't just jump into the deep end. You got to learn how to walk in the shallow end a little bit.
Absolutely.
All right, I got a few more minutes with you, Brian. I want to ask you one last question. What is your perfect day?
Oh,
it does not have to involve working at all. Like, say money was not a factor. What would you want to be doing? What's your perfect day? Could involve working, could involve not working, could involve laying on a beach, could involve drinking. Does it involve the gym? What time are you waking up?
I feel like just naturally waking up time now, I'm around 7-ish, just because that's schedule wise. Even on weekends, like if I know I could sleep in a little bit longer, yeah, I kind of do. But 7 is probably where I'm waking up. I have to get some kind of workout in because I'd say I try to work out around 6 times a week. Whether it's sometimes you'll do 2 a day, but like I need to get some kind of movement because the one day that I rest, I'm like I feel like I should be doing something, but I know I need to take it easy. So I'll probably get some kind of workout in the morning. Then I'd probably go to a beach where friends, family, stuff like that would be there. Beach volleyball, 100%. Stay out in the sun all day, get that stuff. Feel like maybe come back home, make a nice meal. If there's like a football game on, I'm cool to watch that. If not, even though I'm almost 29, I still play video games with my friends too at the night, just end off the night like that. And that's pretty much it. And I'm a pretty simple person.
What would your meal be? What's your what's your favorite meal? What's that perfect day meal look like?
I feel like it's different because when you're in the sun all day, like as crazy and simplistic as this is, like being a kid when you're in the pool all day and whatnot, like getting out and just having like a sub or a sandwich that you can crush up like the ruffle chips, like the crinkle chips on. It's just something about it hits different. And I feel like that is what I would want after being in the sun all day and like at the beach. It's definitely not the best meal, and nutritionally definitely not the best either.
It doesn't have to be. If that's the perfect day, that's the perfect day.
I feel like that's just that brings you back to the childhood.
I love it. Awesome. Dude, thank you for being on the show today. Appreciate it.
Of course. I'll be at the gym in probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Awesome. All right. You guys can catch Brian here coaching in the evening classes, usually 5 and 6:30 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And make sure you look out for his fundraiser on July 15th. If you're in town and want to do the Rugged Maniac, if you're part of Marble Strength, let us know. We'll hook you up with the links. I'll try to put them in the description if I get them soon enough. But Brian, thanks for being on the show, man.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yep. All right. We'll see you in a little bit. Age is inevitable. Weakness is not. So get out there and lift some shit. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you guys for listening to today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Pick up your latest copy of the meal prep guide in the links below. Follow us on all social media, Marble Weightlifting, Marble Strength, and follow myself, Joe Marble, on Instagram. And if you need anything or have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, marbleweightlifting@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.